Good evening, weather lovers. This is Stephen Urso coming to you with a blog discussion about the current weather across the Ohio Valley and across the nation. Here we go. The current weather map shows a stationary front south towards Florida, southern Georgia, that area. And then another stationary front going up through the Plains region. Low pressure between North and South Dakota, and another low pressure system down in the desert southwest. But what has my attention right now is that little low pressure system off the Atlantic coast. That could play a major role in the weather coming later this week. Right now, we're just dominated by a high pressure to the north, but I'm predicting that will change as the days move forward. Here is the 12Z model run. As we see, the cutoff low does make its way towards the Ohio Valley, bringing unsettled weather, below normal temperatures. Just overall, a very unlike July pattern could take place across the area. Low pressure system is meandering its way westward instead of eastward. Very unusual. Usually you get systems coming from the west heading to the east, but this one is deciding to head to the west, which is going to give us some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and yet again hold the drought steady, as I have emphasized over the past month, that this drought will not get any worse than it is right now. And we look forward about a little bit later, about 24 hours later, it's still, we're under a low pressure system giving us scattered showers and thunderstorms. According to this model, it looks like places in northern Kentucky could get a good deal of rain. I know the area of Texas had something similar to this, where little low pressure systems would just sit and park itself and just douse the area of it rain. That would be absolutely awesome if that would happen in this area, and that is a possibility if everything pans out the way I want them to. Now let's move on to the tropics. The tropics continue to be dead. The dry air coming off Africa is just playing its cards here, and is going to keep the tropical development at a limitation here, because we're just not going to have that development happen. As you look off the southeast coast, there is a little bit of convection, but that convection is pretty much going to kick its way out to sea. The one area I would be concerned about in the next week would be the Gulf of Mexico in the southeast Atlantic. As I pointed out in that current weather map, that front could meander its way into the Gulf and get some storms blowing up, and could create a weak tropical storm in the coming weeks. So that could pan out, but the chances of that happening are still not very likely. We need to get this dry air out of the way to get the tropics fired up, and that could happen the next week to 14 days. And now let's move on to my biggest thing right now, is that drought discussion. This is the latest drought update as of July 17th. As you can see, most of the state is encompassed by a moderate drought. To our east is in a severe drought, but this map has stayed the same over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And you know what? You see that little yellow area? If we get that little cutoff low by the end of July, I think that yellow area could be over our area abnormally dry. I just don't see this drought getting worse. We are in the Ohio Valley, and we're in a part of the country that is very hard to remain dry for long periods of time. And as I've expected, over the past couple weeks, we've had off and on showers and thunderstorms. And yet again this week, we're going to have a cutoff low pressure system, which will bring us more rain and continue to flatten out the drought across the area. I'm just got to bet with good old Richard Puzo, and I'm feeling pretty good about that right now, because I just don't see this drought getting any worse than it is right now. If you look at the national map, as usual, the desert southwest is in a drought, but that's typical. But then you head south towards Georgia and Alabama. They've had some improvements down there, with the exception of once you get into northern Alabama. They've had a lot of much needed rain across the area. Other than that, I just want to emphasize, I believe that we will not go above a severe drought here in Butler County, or even in Hamilton County, for the remaining of the summer. That's a bold prediction, but I feel pretty confident that could come through. That's it for the drought update for today. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.